Hey everybody, happy Monday. It's Halloween week. We're so
Yay.
excited. Happy, this is the fourth week of our Cybersecurity Awareness Month video series. And we've talked about a lot of really great things and made some really fun videos. And we're sad that it's almost over, but we have a couple more videos up our sleeves. So with that, I'm Dawn Church, and we have the fabulous Marissa Wayman here, of course.
Well done. Thanks for introducing me. But I'm going to stop you here because I have a scary story to share. You ready?
Mhm.
Data breaches can affect businesses of any size. And often your data is stolen and sold before you knew anything happened.
That's terrifying. What's even more terrifying is my terrible facial expressions, but we're just gonna move past that. Okay, so we know that this is not a new scary story, but it's still, frighteningly concerning. And since we happen to talk to small business leaders every day, we know that that concern is actually increasing for very good reasons. One of those reasons is that cybercrime continues to evolve and is rapidly increasing, and the scariest threats on the internet are becoming sneakier and sneakier. On top of that, how we work and the technology that supports us is changing faster than it ever has before. And we know that the wicked witches of the web and the virtual vampires absolutely love change, especially when it's fast change, because that leads to a lot of errors and a lot of new opportunity for creative, clever trickery. Lastly, our technology and the way that we access data is leaving the relative, has left the relative tried and true safety of our office networks and is moving or has moved into the cloud, which inherently allows more devices to connect to that data and broadens the physical location accessibility of all of that data to, all over the place and in any haunted house you can think of. If you've been following these Cybersecurity Awareness Month videos that we've been doing this whole month, you'll know that we've talked about these things maybe once or twice. And we've talked about a lot of tools and technologies to help with that. But there's one very important thing that we still have left to talk about, and that is defining your cybersecurity strategy. It's that one connective thread that brings us all together. And we can give you all of the tools and technology available, but you have to actually implement that technology. It's kind of like with making a jack-o'-lantern. We can give you those tiny little infuriating carving knives and all of the stickers and paint and glitter glue that help you decorate that pumpkin. But as you're probably aware, effective pumpkin carving requires a little bit of pre-planning or it's gonna look like a haphazard mess, which is a terrible thing for a pumpkin, but an even worse thing for cybersecurity outcomes. So today, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the most effective approach to planning and defining your cybersecurity strategy. And the very first step, it's probably a little obvious, is to identify your risks. After all, the best way for us to protect against threats is to, know what those threats are. So, Marissa, how can small businesses start making sense of their cybersecurity risks simply and within their budget?
Well, the good news here is that as I've been chiming in all month long, there are some tools that can help. The tools specifically here will help you find holes in your cybersecurity systems by scanning your networks and identifying vulnerabilities. These vulnerabilities on your network are basically leaving the door open for wicked witches of the web to use their trickery and come in and steal your data or launch ransomware or create all sorts of other kinds of chaos. And vulnerability scanning helps us to know and protect us from those exploits. And traditionally, we've done the vulnerability scanning on a schedule. So if you've ever had to perform a vulnerability scan for compliance purposes, you've probably scheduled a scan to be executed quarterly, or maybe it's once a year. You then take the data that's generated by that scan and you use it. The good thing is you use it to then resolve potential problems, which is also known as hardening your system before an attack occurs. So proactive, great. The not so good news here is that this approach is often a little too late, or too little too late. If your company only scans periodically, it leaves gaps for attackers to exploit your vulnerabilities that are there when you're not looking for them. With the modern workplace, your digital risk is going to continue to grow. So it's important for us to shift to this thinking of always looking for uh, for ways to reduce opportunity for attack. Uh, that's where managed risk service comes in. It's a proactive security strategy that is, like many other managed solutions, affordable.
Yeah, and it sounds very SMB friendly in that regard. We love it when um, strategies and programs and all the things are affordable and simple. So, Marissa, can you tell us more about what a managed risk service is and how it helps protect an organization?
So, a managed risk solution is outsourcing for a monthly service uh, for that proactive security vulnerability management. It helps you take this proactive approach we're talking about to security by identifying the gaps and hardening your security posture over periods of time. So, specifically for identifying the risk, you'll have a dedicated security team that continuously scans your environment for risky software, devices, misconfiguration, or spooky accounts. And then because it's cloud based, it actually looks across your network and your computers, so your people, and the cloud environments like Microsoft 365 that your people are working in. Then, with next steps, they're assessing that reported information, those gaps, and then they're providing actionable remediation guidance so you gain clarity on what you should do next to actually proactively, I'm going to say it again, mitigate risk. But clarity isn't what we're after in the end. Action is. And so managed risk goes one step further by delivering this customized plan, this risk management plan that's going to help you continuously uh, remediate and then measure the progress ongoing. Uh, it is a commitment up front, but the companies that have taken this approach, what's called a risk-based vulnerability management, it's a mouthful, approach, they've been able to reduce the likelihood of a data breach by 80%. So, what that means is that you're being proactive and getting the peace of mind, knowing that you are controlling costs across the board, right? A flat monthly management fee to prevent, that's upfront, to prevent on the back end the large cost of a successful cybersecurity attack or just a cyber attack. And then you also, let's not forget, you get a more focused cybersecurity spend on the solutions that are going to be the most effective for your organization.
Mhm. Yeah, it sounds very, again, very SMB friendly because here we have something that's affordable, it's easy to plan for. That whole trying to figure out this defined cybersecurity strategy approach is taken off of your plate and is put into the hands of somebody who this is what they do all day long every day. So it's less worry and less work for you. Um, and it's easy and affordable. and simple. We love simple, especially for SMBs. So with that, if you currently don't have a managed risk service on your suite of all the things that you have, we would absolutely love to chat with you about that. You can reach out to Marissa or I or any of your account managers, and we would be happy to chat with you more about what that would look like. So with that, that's all we have for today, but we'll be back tomorrow with more. Bye.
Bye.